Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan Bob. This is the House of Grim podcast. We got a special guest today. We got Mr. 401k with us. He comes from Chaos Wrestling Organization. I reached out to him because of a few posts I seen that he posted, and also he is a badass wrestler. He's got some out cold talent, and he is going to go places. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the helm today. We got Grim over there on the recording.
So,
Mr. 401k, man, how's it going, brother?
It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. Got the day off from the job today and tomorrow, so I spent all day today just watching movies, and tomorrow I'll do all the actual fatherly chores I'm supposed to get done. So
Awesome, man. Awesome. So you got a couple kids, you were saying?
yeah, I got a 10-year-old boy and an 8-year-old daughter.
That's awesome, man. Got some kids that are kind of growing up, getting bigger now. That's cool,
Right.
man. So what is it that you want to do in professional wrestling, man?
To be honest, I'm at a point now. I mean, I've been wrestling for 13 years, so I'm at a point now, kind of where I'm trying to do the things that I just enjoy, as opposed to a lot of us. A lot of us are trying to do the thing that's going to get us signed tomorrow or get us noticed tomorrow. A lot of us are trying to go viral and stuff. I'm literally doing it as an escape. Like I have to cook chicken. I gotta cook steak because like I said, I got a daughter who's in traveling gymnastics, and that costs some money. I got a son who does drama and plays soccer. That costs some money. And I'm like I said, 36. I feel like I've had my chances and my opportunities to chase my dreams, and now it's time to start providing for their dreams. So whatever I do that night is what I wanted to do that night, because this is a creative thought that I had.
Right. Well, man, I commend you, man. Like you're a good father for that, man. Trying to put forth whatever effort you can do for your children, man. That's commendable. That's respectable. That's great. Lot of parents out there, ain't like that. You know what I mean? So that's great that you're doing that for your kids and for yourself. And that's the most important thing, man, is doing something that comes to your mind, like creative, and then just doing what makes you feel happy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's all it's about, man, is being happy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
now,
Yeah. So go ahead.
at your guys' last show at Chaos that we went to, you guys had a Kumite match. How did that concept come about, man?
So actually, that was Alex. Alex is literally, I believe he's a like a third degree master. He's either third or fourth degree master in Tung Soo Do. And it was one of those things where we've wrestled in many different kinds of matches, but I wanted an opportunity for him to be in his environment. You know what I'm saying? More so, we could have did like the points rules, but I didn't want to do that so as much. I would have got my ass kicked a lot worse if we would have gone off points. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's actually not the first Kumite match I had. I had one with a guy named Romeo Quevedo back in the end of 2019, early 2020, and it allows you to do. It allows you to be more physical. I'm big into movies. I'm big into video games. So you know what I'm saying. That's why I had the Mortal Kombat style entrance. Like it's just you can feel it more. It gives it that MMA UFC kind of hype feel in a wrestling environment. So, but it was where we needed to be at with what we've gone through in the past. So
Yeah,
I was thrown off. I was thrown off by the concept of it because, like, I guess I didn't follow enough of the card to realize what was going to take place. We just kind of showed up to the event and kind of just started recording whatever and just checking it out. So when that match came about and you guys were they were taking the ropes off, I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is different. Like I've never seen anything like that in person. You know what I mean? So it was an awesome experience, man. It was different, way different, something that I didn't experience or see before, and man, it was like I was on the edge of my seat at times, man. It was pretty awesome.
right. me and Alex's story. So I started training in 2013, and when I first started training, I trained for a full year with my trainer, but by myself. I was the only person in this class. Other people tried out and signed up, and a couple guys made it, but they would never last more than a couple weeks. And then in 2014, I had my first kid, so I took a couple months off. But then Alex and a guy named Billy Ray Daniels signed up for the class, and so when they signed up, I went back and trained for another year. So me and Alex's story is about 10 years long, and it's one of those things where it's like we were both the hometown boy type thing, and we were both fighting. It was like fighting from different sides of the tracks, and it was one of those things where I don't want to just say he was given everything, but it felt like he was given everything. Like he was supposed to. His story was like he was supposed to be the winner, and I was always supposed to be the underdog. And then 10 years later, it's kind of flipped to where, like I said, Robert favors me a lot, and Alex gets a lot of the he has to do all the work now. So that's why I wanted to give him his style kind of his kind of style of match.
Right. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, like that's a lot of people ain't like that, man. Like you're definitely one of a kind, you know what I'm saying, individual, bro. Just meeting you just from this short little experience, man. I could definitely tell that there's not a lot of people in this world like you, man. You're definitely one of a kind. I could see I could see myself hanging out with you, man, out there in the world because you just seem so solid and down to earth and real. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's cool. That's cool, man. I could see why Robert would want to like basically kind of let you take the helm and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of help you along the way now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It definitely seems like you deserve it. I guess I could say. You know.
I appreciate that.
So he came out. Was that your bicycle he came out on?
Yeah, so I legit had my bike stolen outside of a Kroger's a couple weeks prior to that match.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm actually looking at the bike right now. But yeah, he rode my bike out to the ring. He was the one that stole it, and so so I had to get it back.
Okay.
I was wondering what the whole thing with the bike was when he came out. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, I
Lost.
thought he might have stole it somewhere. I was like, he stole it from somewhere.
You know, when in the moment of it happening, I kind of blamed him for it because I needed some comic relief to not be completely upset with the situation and lose myself over something that was less than $100. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? We as humans we tend to do that. We get so upset by betrayal, even from strangers, that we take it so personally that we don't realize it's something it's something easy to bounce back from.
Right.
So I blamed him for it, and he was willing to take the responsibility for stealing my bike.
Hell yeah. He definitely paid for it that evening. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I seen you posted a post, man, about recovery. Um, this is something that I haven't really spoke about on this channel, man. But I've been telling my brother here I've been wanting to. I myself am in recovery, believe it or not. I do all sorts of counseling programs, therapy, whatever it is, man. I do it, man. I suffered with addiction myself over the years. If you don't mind me asking, what was your situation? If you don't mind me asking.
I've always been I've always been bad with responsibility and grief, and it's one of those things where it's like I don't have like a drug of choice. It's just that I was always just chasing the escape for the most part. And so I had quit drinking in 2014, and I was good for about 6 years. But then in 2020, I had been working for Evolve, the company Evolve, and they sold to the WWE right before the COVID pandemic happened, and so I lost that job. I didn't have a real job because of COVID going on. There wasn't no more wrestling bookings because of COVID going on, and so like I just casually got back into drinking. And then in June of 2020, I had a sister that overdosed, and I really really took a lot of responsibility for that, and so I started drinking a lot harder, and eventually I found myself to where the girl I was seeing at the time left me. Like I said, I wasn't wrestling, so I had to move back from Florida to Michigan, and I was living in a car, and I as much as I was trying, I could not allow myself to get back onto my feet. I just kept making mistakes, and within 2 years, I got 3 DUIs, one being out of state, and so luckily when I got that last DUI, it put me in a position where I had to be more honest and more vulnerable. And so I opened up to my ex, my kid's mother, and to my own mother. and they started helping me in a way of getting myself straight and getting my mind right again.
Good, man.
And so that was the machine I was telling you. I was showing you there. Like, look, dude, you gotta take care of your responsibilities, regardless of where it puts you at in this world. Like, I'm real lucky I'm not in prison right now, dude. With that third DUI, I was looking at 6 to 10 years. But
Or dead, man. Or dead, bro.
or dead. Yeah, that was the other thing, that all my DUIs that I got was like basically just me falling asleep at the wheel. Like, one of them I was in a driveway, one of them I was in a light, and one of them I was on the side of the road. But like, I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm definitely lucky. I was never in a car accident.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, man.
but yeah, so the last couple of years, I've really just been focusing on rehabilitating myself and making myself a priority. So
That's great, bro. That's all you can do, man. Is take ownership and responsibility, bro. Like you're doing, man. That's awesome. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't admit their faults and shake it. You know what I mean? It took me a long time, bro, and I can totally understand how trying to self medicate for things like just dealing with like life in general. You know what I mean? Like I had to self medicate myself so many times, man, and right now I'm thankful to God, bro, that I'm at a situation in my life to where I can actually wake up every day, be sober, and do these interviews and try and play my part with my brother here, man. Like I didn't growing up, bro. I didn't really have a good relationship with him. You know what I mean? I was out there gang banging in the streets, trying to carry pistols and get in trouble and do drugs and shit like that, and so now in my
Wrestling was like our one common ground, one thing that we had in common. So, like,
right. So once he seen that I made a change in my life, you know what I mean. But he wanted to help me out on it, and that's all you can do, man. Is have a good support team. You got to have a good support network. So if you got your mom and your kids' mom and whoever that's down to help you, man, that's great. You know what I mean. And because it took me a long time, bro. Like, I guess you could say I burned bridges or whatever, man. It took a long time for people to actually see that. Like I went through the my beginning of recovery, bro, kind of alone by myself. I had to fight for it, man, and being homeless and sleeping in the car, like you said, bro. Like I've been through it too. You know what I mean? And
right.
it took me a long journey by myself, man, before I finally got a recovery network, somebody to actually get in my corner and go to bat for me. So yeah, man, you having that, you know what I'm saying, and then having wrestling, and then having Robert, the promoter, you know what I mean, and then just being respectable and commendable and honorable enough to post things on social media about it. Social media is such a big thing right now in professional wrestling, and then you to put it out there for the world to see, man. Like that's what caught me was that post, man, and I felt for some reason like it was like you posted that and God showed it to me on my phone that day, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I gotta reach out to this guy. We gotta have him on our channel. Like I've been wanting to speak about recovery for quite some time, so I guess this is kind of my way of being able to do it too, by talking to you about it. But that's awesome, bro. Any way that if you ever need any help with anything, bro, feel free to reach out to me. I'm down to help you with anything I can do, bro.
Oh, for sure, will do, man. I appreciate that.
let me ask you this: do you feel like wrestling helps you stay sober?
It depends on where you are. Like, wrestling to me is an extension of high school, where there's a lot of peer pressure to do like things that you've morally been taught are either right or wrong. Because what what is super popular in one area might not be super popular somewhere else. So to those people, what they're doing isn't technically wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's what gets them appreciated. It's what gets them noticed. And so like in the wrong locker room, it could be really bad. But like I said, I have a lot of people who understand what I'm going through. They also watch me be at the very, very bottom. Like in 2023, before I got the last DUI, I had a match. I had a four-way match. I couldn't tell you a single thing I did in that match because that's how drunk I was. Now, luckily, I was able to conduct myself in a professional manner inside of the ring. I didn't hurt nobody. I didn't hurt myself, and people knew that I was drunk because they see me drinking. But it didn't just it didn't come out in my wrestling. I was still able to perform. But like I said, however, I can't remember it, and they don't want to see me at that kind of stage of my life again, to where I'm just in cruise control. Um, but yeah, for me, wrestling is definitely like I said, it's an escape, and it's something that's super. It's something that I've been waiting. I've been waiting since I was 8 years old to do. And so when I got into it at 23, 24, you know what I'm saying, at 16 years, like now I just had to stop abusing the privilege of being able to step into a ring, because everybody doesn't get to.
Right. Well, I mean, everything happens for a reason, bro. So, like WWE buying Evolve, and then COVID happening, and you not working for that company no more, to now where you're at. You know what company you're at now. Like everything happens for a reason, bro. Like, for some reason, I feel like this is the path God wants you to take. You never know, man. You could end up back there tomorrow. You could end up back there this time next year. You know what I mean? But um, I definitely see some shit in you, bro. Like where you could be a part of Evolve or WWE in some sort of capacity, man. Just from talking to you, bro. Like just from the way you carry yourself. You know what I mean? You seem like a very intelligent cat. You know what I'm saying? Definitely know right from wrong. You know what I mean? And then seeing what you're capable of doing out there performing. You know what I mean? It's impeccable, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna be. I guarantee you'll be part of that company or another company that you know what I'm saying. I guarantee it, bro. Just like what you're doing right now with Chaos. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
They ask you, is there any young talent that you've taken under your wing and showed them the ropes?
It's one of those things where it's like, because of what wrestling is, and because of how I approach life, to people, I'll give them quote unquote advice. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I walk into a locker room and we're both performing on the same show, in my head, it's one of those things where it's like, I can help you try to understand some things, but who am I really to tell you how to do it? We're in the same place, you know what I mean? So it's like LeBron James. I mean, obviously he's the best in the world, so I wouldn't even go with somebody like LeBron. Somebody like Cade Cunningham, who's coming up and who's earning his spot right now. He could show a guy how to shoot a free throw. You know what I'm saying? He could show him how to dribble a basketball, because he's at the highest level of it, and he might shoot around in the gym, but he's not signing up for the YMCA summer leagues. You know what I'm saying? But if in my situation, it's one of those things where like I try to tell guys like the things that I try more so to tell the guys the things not to do, as opposed to like what to do or how to do things, because it's one of those things where it's like that's the stuff I have the experience in. Like I got to a point where I was in car rides with Matt Riddle. I was in car rides with Austin Theory. I was in car rides with Darby Allin. Like all the guys that they love to watch on TV, I was literally driving around America and picking them up to take them to Evolve shows.
Mm-hmm.
However, they went on, and I went this way because of the choices and decisions I was making. So it's like, don't make those choices and decisions. Like you got to do the stuff that they were doing, the stuff not the stuff that I was doing. And the only way you're really gonna figure that out is by going to the shows that they are at and speaking to them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start emulating them and being like them. And if anything, that's the advice that I try to give to guys. And I guess I haven't really been approached by anybody younger than me to like look for that kind of leadership. But like if I at least see somebody that's decent and can do this stuff, like there's a guy who trained with the House of Truth named Gran Trueno. And he was actually at that show. He wrestled in the Lucha match early in the day. He's in Japan right now, and I think he might be a little over a year into wrestling. But like I told him, like, bro, everything you're doing right now, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Distancing yourself from the partying, like not being part of the group stuff like that. Just keep on doing that, because you're on a path right now that all of us have excuses of why we're not on. Like all of us dream about wrestling in Japan. We dream about the Chop Fest matches. We dream about all that kind of stuff. But we have that reason why we're not doing it. I was like, but you are doing it. So just keep doing what you're doing. And if anybody tries to tell you how to do it for real, I was like, listen to them. But you know what I'm saying? Also, like, keep using your judgment.
Right.
That's some good 401, man. 411 that you gave him. You know what I mean? Some good
Right.
advice, bro. There's not a lot of people out there, man, that try and do things like that. People are selfish and don't give a shit about the next person's success. You know what I mean? They want to outshine them. You know what I mean? They want to see him fall. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, it's like nobody out there in this lifetime, bro, wants to see the next person do great. You know, I don't understand, you know what I mean, why that is, but that's
Right.
cool, man, that you want to see him do good, and you know what I mean, and you're not fucking making excuses of why you're not. You're owning up to him, and you know what I mean. That's cool, bro. Um, so do you see yourself getting involved in any title pictures in chaos or anything?
I hope so. The next show is the Chaos Cup tournament on May 10th. You know, the winner of that gets it's basically like our Money in the Bank, so you can cash in at any time for a heavyweight title picture. So I mean, that'll always be dope, especially with somebody like I know they got Thomas is the champion, and then I've already lost to him once, so I would love to run that back. But I mean, you got Sean Evans now who's trying to stake his claim. You got
Oh
the
yeah.
Dread Hogan who's back from injury, and we wrestled a match a couple years ago that was pretty fun. So I wouldn't mind running that back with him. But yeah, I would if anything, I would hope so. Like my kids like it when the belt's in the house.
Hell yeah, I get to mess around with it, play with it. Yeah, that's cool. Um, so do you feel like social media is a big help for professional wrestling right now, especially on the indie scene?
Listen, no, it's one of those. It's a double-edged sword. So, like, obviously, a lot of promotions, are getting around to it. But for a long time while I wrestled, like people weren't recording our stuff, so we had to record it ourselves and get it out there.
Hmm.
At the same time, it's one of those things where like I'm gonna be like completely honest. Like I'm not a fan of like the Travis Scotts and the Logan Pauls of the world. Like because of what social media does for them, they get
Right.
opportunities. They get opportunities that guys like myself only dream of, and it's because of what they're able to do on social media. And I do. My biggest thing is I do understand business. I do understand what Logan Paul's quote unquote empire is and the reach that he has. However, to me, like none of his stuff really matters. Like he never,
He
he
didn't put
wasn't.
in the dues.
Yeah, he
Hey,
wasn't. Not just that, he wasn't changing. His social media stuff wasn't changing the world. He
right.
wasn't like making it a better place. Like it was him and his brother being goofy. It was him opening up Pokemon packs. It was him creating like parody songs. It was all this kind of stuff to where it's like cool, great. You know what I'm saying? But like, what does that? What does that really do for people? And then you bring him in, and it's like, well, he's got 2 million followers. It's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel like either some of those followers were already watching wrestling, or they still don't care about it. Like I'm not the kind of person where it's like, all right, everybody's a Travis Scott fan is going to tune into WrestleMania because Travis Scott is on it. Like, no, I don't believe that that's going to happen. So to
Right.
say that his social media extends and all this other kind of stuff is like, yeah, dude, cool, like whatever. But like I said, it's a double edged sword.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of Logan Paul, man, or
I like
his
him.
brother.
Yeah,
I mean, he can perform. Don't get me wrong, he
I
can
think I
perform.
think
Yeah,
he has to because
but
everybody wants to see that man lose somehow.
yeah,
I
but I
will say
mean,
that I will say that he's athletic. He is definitely athletic. It's not like he's a slouch or anything, but it's one of those things where it's like he was given one opportunity because that opportunity was like a great moment or something like that. Then he's brought in and he's trained by Shawn Michaels. I know a lot of guys that if their first trainer and only trainer was Shawn Michaels would have done well. We just
right.
didn't have that opportunity because Shawn Michaels was working for the WWE and not training
Yeah.
people like that.
And then take 6 months to train for one spot in a match. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why he does decent because gets so much. You know what I'm saying? Effort to train and practice and practice and practice. Anybody could be good if anybody could do that. You know what I'm saying? Had that much, like you said, Shawn Michaels training them, like uh David Arquette, bro. When it was a big ordeal when he won the WCW heavyweight title, right? So what did he do, bro? He went all the way, started over from scratch. Now he's in the Indies, bro, putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
Right.
trying to start over, trying to rewrite his wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Logan Paul should do, bro. Okay, we know you can go in the ring. We know you got a social media following. Man, go back to the starting, bro. Go put in some work somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Show us fans, real fans, diehard fans, that you really want it, that you really appreciate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like this is more than just sports entertainment. Like I'm not just an average fan. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit to me. You know what I mean? Like
No,
So that's my opinion about Logan Paul, bro. And his brother Van doing all that boxing bullshit. Like everybody's saying, like he's changing boxing. He ain't changing boxing, bro. He's putting a mark on it. You ask me, this is all fake, bro. You know what I'm saying? He whooping all these UFC fighter asses, dude. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's all money, bro. You can.
there's always a story after his matches, like this guy actually was sick, or this
Mm-hmm.
guy did this and this before, or this guy was like, they told you could see him telling them to duck right here, and it's just like I don't get it,
Right.
dude.
Like you
I
seen
don't.
Mike Tyson on the heavy bag, bro. I mean, he was tearing that bag up, but never once did he hit Paul like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, man.
It's a payday for the fighters.
Right,
That's all that
exactly.
is.
Right. And I mean, Tyson deserved a payday. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I support it, but
And
I can
I
hate.
think
I can hate.
I think celebrities have their place in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, like Aretha Franklin at WrestleMania. That's a celebrity spot in wrestling.
yeah, I mean, there's some that have been diehard wrestling fans, like Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Snoop,
like
yeah, I mean Snoop's done it a couple of times. I mean, even like Macaulay Culkin. Every time Macaulay Culkin's there, they show him in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I get like in those kind of moments and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, I'm watching AJ Styles lose to him at WrestleMania. It's like, dog,
Right,
what
what
are
are
we
we doing?
really doing here? You either got to do that and then make Logan the heavyweight champion the other day, or the next day, or like fire AJ. But it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, what are we doing here? And to top it
Mhm.
off, then Logan's entourage always gets to be part of the shows. So like
yeah,
outside of Logan, it's guys that literally aren't doing anything for wrestling that are on all these big events in these, you know what I'm saying, in these moments. Even KSI
McAfee's the
in the
same
Rumble.
way. You know what I'm saying? Pat McAfee.
Who was that?
Pat McAfee's the same way. His entourage is
Oh,
always getting involved. They're
yeah.
always
Pat's
there.
the same way. I wasn't down. I at least like the fact that he's more commentary than in
Yeah,
ring stuff. I'll get that. But even when Rob Gronkowski was there running around, it's
yeah,
like, bro, like what do we like? NFL fans aren't tuning into Monday Night Raw just to see him as a 24/7 champion.
Right.
right.
They'll watch that clip on Facebook, but they're not boosting the product like that for you to tell me that I just need to understand it.
Dude, I wish we could go back to the kayfabe era, bro. Like where before Vince McMahon ruined it, dude. Started telling everybody it was is all this and that. You know what I mean? Like when everybody believed like it was still possibly real. You know, you always
Right.
heard at school, man, wrestling's this way or that way, but nobody really knew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I don't know, man. I still try to say it's still real to me. Damn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
And,
you.
yeah, I mean, you know, you guys are out there actually really putting in work, bro. Like, you know, you guys could really get paralyzed out there. You know what I'm saying? You guys could really end it all. You know what I'm saying? On one mishap. You know what I'm saying? You guys are giving your bodies to each other and performing for me, who I'd only paid like $20 to come see you guys. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are out there performing for us, putting on a show, a cool show, you know, badass show for the most part. And you know what I'm saying? You guys really tear your ACLs. You guys really break your arms. You know, you guys really jam your fingers, really get concussed. You know what I'm saying? So how is this shit fake? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody that goes to the movie theater, bro, they all go there and I want to watch this movie or I want to see that movie. You know what I'm saying? But you know, nobody talks about like that wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger that jumped out of that building or jumped out of that helicopter. That was a stunt double. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was really AJ Styles jumping off, you know, the cage, or you know what I'm saying? It's really the wrestler out there. They're not, you know, cutting real quick and letting somebody else take that fall.
To be honest, like you saying it like that, that's why I got into wrestling in the first place. So like everybody has their favorite. But growing up, my favorite wrestler was always Shane McMahon, and it was
Mhm.
because like to me, like I understood at a young age that wrestling was a job. Like you said, that was about the time that kayfabe was breaking, and like people were trying to tell people what it was. So my mom had my uncle explain to me what wrestling really was. Because I grew up with 6 little sisters, and so she never wanted me really hurting my sisters, emulating what I seen on TV.
Right.
So when I knew that the boss's son was doing the craziest stuff, I was like, dude, I like. There's no way you pads or not. There's no way that you're not a little afraid or something's not happening to you when you're jumping off the Titantron.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
I was at Little Caesars Arena for Hell in a Cell, and Shane McMahon jumped off the cage and landed on the announce table, and we were pretty decent far away. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, we got to go down there. I want to see this. I know there's a crash pad under that table. Something. That's Vince McMahon's son. He ain't gonna let him do that shit. I go down there, bro. No crash pad, nothing but concrete under it, and it was like a real wood table, bro. That announce table, I could not believe. Like when they were picking up and cleaning it, and like dropping parts of it as the workers were cleaning up. I could like hearing how hard it was. I'm like, man. Now I'm sure it was probably worked a little bit to where it would give here or there, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, bro, he was really landing on some hard plastic, hard concrete. It was concrete cement underneath that table, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he was really
Yeah,
doing it. And it was really high up there. It was at least 15 feet or better, at least,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I've got to do a point in my career where, like, if I walk into certain buildings, like, people would tell me, like, no, like, dude, you can't, like, we don't, because they know, like, they know if I see a ledge that I can jump off of, I'm gonna jump off that thing, dude. Like, I'm gonna do something that, like, where the crowd walks out, they're gonna be like, dude, I know that he really hit the ground. He really did this. Like, there's no way you can.
All right.
I always try to make sure that in my match, you can't say that anything was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the realest thing you're gonna see.
Dude, you guys were really hitting each other, bro. I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes people at work will joke with me. Some of my buddies at work will be like, say stuff about wrestling. So I was making sure I was getting footage of your guys' match, bro. I'm like, man, they're really kicking the shit out of each other. They're really laying it in, throwing each other into the ring post. I'm like, look at this shit. Like I was waiting to go to work and show everybody, bro. Like, look at this shit now.
Right.
Y'all can't talk nothing now. These are the shows I go to. Shit, I was
Right.
all excited.
Yeah, no, I like the contact. Like I said, I had 6 little sisters, so I didn't have rough house years growing up. I still got all that, like, all those rough
Built
house
up.
years that little boys have. Like, I still got all of it in me, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see you jump off some shit, bro, but definitely don't get hurt, man.
Right.
Yeah, we went to a wrestling show out in Lansing last night, man. We saw the Misfits retain their tag titles.
Was that IPW?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yes.
want to get out there. I want to get out there eventually. I like Josh.
They had
I like Josh Norman.
they had
I used to watch him
Colonel
with Josh
Sanders out there.
Adekar on Wrestling Society X.
hmm Yeah, it was a pretty cool show, man. It was our first time going out there. We took our mom out there for a little early Mother's Day present. Our mom's a very big wrestling fan. We took her out there. She's cheering and booing and yelling and screaming and up over this person and that person, and we're both calm down, getting all embarrassed, and man, it was great.
She had a wrestler telling her to shut up.
Yeah, she definitely made herself part of the show. That was for sure.
That's what you paid for.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we enjoy wrestling, bro. We just want to try and help do our part. You know what I'm saying, with anybody and everybody that we can. So if you know anybody that you want to recommend to come on and tell their story and help get them out there and whatnot, man, we'd love to have them and things like that, bro. We're just trying to help play our part, man.
Sure.
We
Dean Hendricks.
Dean Hendricks.
Yeah, that's a young guy that he's finding his stride right now. Like he's coming into his own. And I like seeing the stuff that he does.
Okay. I have to look him up, man.
Yeah, he's actually wrestling Alex in the tournament that we're having on May 10th.
Okay. I'm trying to talk Grim here into going to that. I told him I'd buy tickets, man.
Yeah, it should be a good night.
Yeah.
You guys, is it going to be at Lakeport or is it going to be at the?
No, it's gonna be at the Legion again. It was supposed to be at Lakeport originally, but it got moved to the Legion this week. They're just having some problems with the Lakeport County Board right now as far as the building we're trying to run in.
Gotcha.
But Lakeport's a real quiet town. I think it's more so just one of those things where you get the false perception of what wrestling is and whatnot, and they don't want it to be brought in and tear down the community. But that's not what we're trying to do, anyways.
Right. You guys are actually a TV show. You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want you guys part of their community? You know what I'm saying? It would set a good precedent for any community, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys are bringing in revenue to a building that's not being occupied for any other purpose. Really. You know what I'm saying? You guys could occupy this building. Bring some revenue to the area. It could also, bring people to the town to come see this place or that place. Like the last time we went out there, I stopped at a dispensary on my way home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, it could definitely help. The community. So hopefully the right people see this and hear that. You know what I mean? And really think about it. It's not like you guys are coming there, graffiti in the parking lot, leaving broken beer bottles and loud bass playing, and it's a hangout for teenagers, and
Leaving
you
a
know
bunch
what
of
I'm saying?
glass from broken
Yeah,
light tubes.
yeah, shit like that. I mean, you guys are an actual TV production. You know what I'm saying? I mean, legitimately, you guys are a legit company doing legit TV shows with legit wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how much? Like, what's the problem? Why can't you guys fucking perform here? You know what I mean? But I wish you guys. I
We'll
wish
keep it
you,
inside.
right. Yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck on that. I'm sure it'll all work out for the best. But at least Robert's got a backup plan with the VFW hall or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they like us there. We take care of them. They take care of us.
Hell yeah. Well, hey man, I appreciate you coming on, bro. It's been real fun talking with you, brother. I'm
Sure,
gonna
anytime.
talk. I'm gonna talk Grim here into coming to the Chaos Cup, man. I definitely want to see that tournament take place.
Yeah. I hope you guys are there.
Yeah. What day is it?
May 10th.
May 10th.
Okay, so the day before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, May 10th is the show, and then May 11th we have the seminar with Quackenbush.
Yeah.
That's another reason to come see Mike Quackenbush. That's a genius of a mind. So I'm sure his match will be a great match.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about coming to the seminar, man, just to check him out. You know what I mean?
Right. And you learn a lot from him. I
Man.
mean, he's the reason for like the people like Orange Cassidy of the world. You know what I mean? Like all that Chikara guys. That's where that started was Mike Quackenbush. So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Maybe we can talk to him and see if he'll come out for an interview or something. Who knows?
who knows?
Mhm. But all right, man. It's been real fun. This has been an exclusive interview with the House of Graham podcast. We got Mr. 401k. We got
Mark
Grim
Ross.
Grimes. We got them all. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good one.